Alex Eala, yeah, that's been a talk, and which is understandable. There's some players coming from respective countries, like she's coming from Philippines.
She's definitely one to watch, obviously because she's so good, but just for the atmosphere. You want to tune into her matches just to see what it's like on the
crazy. She's having the same effect that Fonseca was having, like on the men's side last year.
She lost. Alex Eala lost in Dubai. And before you click away, before you go looking for the highlights and feel that familiar gut punch, I need you to stop. I need you to sit here with me for a second. Because this story, what happened in Dubai, is not a lost story. I refuse to let you walk away thinking it is. Yes, Coco Gauff, 6-0, 6-2, 1 hour and 7 minutes. Dubai said goodbye to Alex Eala. That's real, that happened, but here's what else happened. Tennis, the whole world of it, just met its next star. And I don't think it was ready. Let me take you through it, all of it. Before we talk about what hurt, before we get to the match that ended it all, I need you to understand what Alex Eala did just to get to that court, because people remember the scoreline. They forget the journey. That's not happening here. She walked into Dubai ranked number 47, a wild card entry, which means the tournament essentially said, hey, we'll give you a spot, but we don't really expect much from you. That's what a wild card is. A polite invitation with low expectations quietly attached to it. She didn't care. Round 1, she beats Hailey Baptiste. Okay, people say, she was supposed to do that. Round 2, she walks out against Jasmine Paolini, world number 8 at the time, Italian Open winner, Roland Garros finalist, one of the best players on the planet, and Alex Eala, 20 years old from the Philippines, beats her in straight sets. Clean, decisive, no drama required. The crowd in that stadium lost their minds. Filipino fans, flags out, jerseys on, chanting her name like they had transported a piece of Manila straight into the middle of Dubai, absolutely erupted. You could feel it through the screen. I felt it, you felt it. But here's what most people don't know about that Paolini match. There was a moment in the second set, a moment that almost nobody talked about after, where it genuinely looked like it was slipping away. Where Alex looked at her box, took a breath, and did something that I think tells you everything about what kind of player she is becoming. I'll get to that in a second, because first, you need to know what came next. She turned around and beat Srana Syria, world number 31, a player who had just won a title 2 weeks earlier and was riding a 7-match winning streak. Alex was down in the first set, 4-5, staring at the exit. The kind of moment where most players at her age, at her ranking, would mentally pack it in. Would tell themselves, okay, I already beat a top 10 player, I've already done something special here, it's fine to let this one go. She didn't let it go, she came back, stole the set, closed out the second like she had done it 100 times before. Calm, composed, like the moment was not too big for her. And that right there, that refusal to accept the exit that was being handed to her. That is the thread that runs through everything Alex Eala does. Remember that, because you're going to see it again before this story is over. 3 wins, 2 of them against top 35 players in the world. A WTA 1000 quarterfinal at 20 years old. If you had shown me that draw before the tournament started and told me Alex Eala would reach the last 8, I would have said you were dreaming. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But dreaming, she made it real. Now the match. Coco Gauff, world number 4, 2-time Grand Slam champion, French Open, US Open. She plays with this cold, suffocating precision that just dismantles people. She doesn't panic, she doesn't get emotional, she just raises the level and quietly waits for you to break. And I want to be honest with you about something before we go any further. Going into this match, there was a version of events, a realistic, totally understandable version, where Alex Eala walks out onto that court, feels the weight of the moment, feels the difference in class between her and the world number 4, and just doesn't show up, where the occasion swallows her whole. It happens to young players. It happens to experienced players. There is no shame in it. The stage was massive. The opponent was Coco Gauff. So when that first set started going the way it did, part of me wondered, is this it? Is this where the fairy tale hits its ceiling? That night, Gauff was untouchable. And here's the honest truth. Alex barely had an answer. Gauff's serve was landing. Her forehand was finding corners. She was taking time away, hitting early, moving Alex side to side, and never letting her settle. It was one of those matches where you're watching and you can just feel it before it's even over. Feel that it's not her night, that the best player on court that evening was simply better. First set, 6-love, a bagel. From the body language alone, the way Alex was shaking her head, the conversations with her coach Joan Bosch between games, you could tell she knew this wasn't her night. Second set, Gauff goes up. 4-love again. The Filipino fans in that stadium, thousands of them, went quiet. That specific kind of quiet where you're still holding your flag, still in your seat, but you don't know what to cheer for anymore because it just keeps piling up. I've seen that quiet before in sports. It's not giving up. It's something more complicated than that. It's loving someone and not knowing how to help them. It's hoping without evidence. And in that silence, something shifted, and then came the moment. The one moment from that entire tournament I will not forget. Alex Eala, down 0-4 in the second set, staring at a double bagel on the biggest stage of her career. Her last double bagel loss was back in 2022, Madrid Open qualifiers. She was 16 years old and nobody was watching. Holds serve. Then breaks Gauff, breaks the world number 4. Suddenly, the crowd wakes back up. The flags start moving again. The noise comes back. Because she refused, she looked at that scoreboard and refused to go quietly. This is the part I was telling you about earlier. That thread, that refusal. Down 4-5 against Seria, she came back. Down 0-4 in the second set against the world number 4, she came back. Not all the way, but enough. Enough to say, I am still here. I am not done. You are going to have to earn every single point. She didn't close the gap. Gauff responded and closed it out 6-2. But that moment, that one hold, that one break, said more about who Alex Eala is than any scoreline ever could. When it would have been so easy to shut down, to let the last few games blur past and disappear into the locker room, she fought. She made Gauff work for every point. She gave thousands of fans something to believe in when there was nothing left to believe in. That is character, and you genuinely cannot coach that. Now let me tell you about what Coco Gauff said after the match, because this is honestly the part that hit me the most. Gauff, who committed 8 double, faults in a 6-0, 6-2 win because even dominance is still human, spoke about Alex in a way that stopped me cold. She said that even when she was up in the score, she knew Alex could come back at any given moment, that she had seen her do it before. Think about what that means. The world number 4, 2 Grand Slam titles, standing across the net from a 20-year-old wild card and still thinking, even at 6-0, 4-0, this girl is dangerous. Don't lose focus. She can do something. That is not politeness. That is not a scripted post-match answer. That is genuine respect from someone who has beaten the best players in the world and still felt it watching Alex Eala across the net. And then the crowd. Thousands of Filipino fans turning a Dubai tennis arena into something that felt like home. Gauff was asked how she handled playing against that kind of energy. She smiled and said, whenever the crowd cheered for Alex, she just pretended they were cheering for her. If you can't beat them, you've got to join them. 2 Grand Slams. Still cracking jokes in an on-court interview. That's Coco Gauff. But then she said the thing that mattered most. She looked at those fans, at the cameras, knowing millions of people across the Philippines were watching, and she said she wanted to thank Alex for bringing a new demographic to the sport. That it's great for tennis, that the enthusiasm, the passion, the way those fans showed up, keep it going. That is acknowledgement from one of the 5 best players alive. That what Alex Eala is building, the crowds, the scenes, the way she is making people who never watched a tennis match in their lives suddenly care deeply, that it matters, that it is bigger than any single tournament result. Gauff saw it. She said it out loud. She was right. And here's what I keep coming back to when I think about all of this. When I think about what Dubai actually meant. There is a version of Alex Eala's career where Dubai never happens, where the wild card doesn't come through, where she plays a smaller tournament that week, gets a decent result, moves her ranking up a few spots, and nobody outside of the Philippines really notices. That version existed. It was the more likely version going in. Instead, she got the wild card. She showed up. And then she did something that players twice her age and experience haven't managed to do at events like this. She didn't just compete, she commanded, she made the world number 8 feel uncomfortable. She made a 7-match winning streak mean nothing. She made a Dubai crowd that had never chanted a Filipino name before learn exactly how to say hers. That doesn't happen by accident. That doesn't happen because she got lucky draws or favorable conditions. That happens because something is different about this player. Something that rankings don't fully capture yet. Something that a 6-0, 6-2 loss to the world number 4 absolutely cannot take away. And I think somewhere deep down, Coco Gauff felt that too. Standing across the net, watching a 20-year-old refuse to go away even when everything said she should, I think she felt it, and that's why she said what she said after. Not out of obligation, out of recognition. So here is the bigger picture. The thing I actually want you to leave this video understanding. Alex Eala went into Dubai ranked 47, a wild card, no expectations attached. She beat 3 players, including a world number 8 and a world number 31, at a WTA 1000 event. She reached the quarterfinals, only the second WTA 1000 quarterfinal of her entire career. At 20 years old, her ranking climbed. She is already the highest-ranked Filipino tennis player in WTA history, the first Filipino to ever break into the top 40, and she is 20. What happened in Dubai was not an ending, it was an introduction. The world number 4 just stood on an international stage and told the entire sport, watch this girl. Thousands of fans packed an arena in the UAE to cheers. For someone from the Philippines, a 2-time Grand Slam champion walked away from that tournament talking about the new generation Alex Eala is bringing into tennis. Dubai said goodbye to Eala, but tennis just met its next star. And honestly, the sport has no idea what is still coming.